Hi everyone, hopefully we're live on YouTube and on Facebook. Let's have a look. Okay, so I think we're live. So on YouTube you should be able to join the live chat. If I move things, then I know that it's working, hopefully. And then on Facebook, let's see if I can find the videos. Yeah, it looks like we're there on Facebook as well. Hi David. So this is really a test so that I can make sure that everything is working properly. Looks like it is on both channels. So the thing is, am I going to be able to see everybody's comments? Well, probably not all at the same time. Hi Di. So this could be a bit hit and miss as to whether I get all these boxes going like Phil does. So first of all, I mean, I'm not expecting loads of people to be watching because obviously this is just an impromptu thing to get us going and get us started on this particular software that I'm using. But I thought we'd still do a little demo so that, you know, you've got something to watch. It looks like YouTube's a little bit behind Facebook for some unknown reason, but it is there and it is running. So if you want to put me on your telly, YouTube is an app that you can use on your telly. So what I need to tell you actually is on my website at the moment there's 20% off all clearance items. So everything in the clearance section has got a 20% off, but you do need to enter that clear 20 code in the discount code box at checkout. It's part of your payment procedure, so when you come to put in all your card details or link to PayPal, then it should pop up with a discount code box that you can actually put that in. So well, there were about 600 and odd items in that section, so there's plenty to choose from, and I will be this afternoon rifling through my garage and seeing what else that I've got that I haven't got on my website. So we will be doing that too. So shall we crack on and do a demo? I've got tech all around me, so I'm not going to be messy crafting. We are going to be doing every Sunday we're going to be doing lives at 11 AM, unless I'm busy, obviously away or something. So and hopefully we'll be able to stream on both YouTube and Facebook like we are doing now. And the first one will be tomorrow, and you will need to probably bring a cup of tea because it's quite a long demo tomorrow. We're going to be using Sentimentally Yours stuff. We're going to be using some tea bag folding from Jamie Rogers. We're going to be using distress spray stains, maybe a bit of pixie powders, maybe a bit of the Radiant Lustre powders. So we'll be using lots and lots of things tomorrow, so you might want a cup of tea tomorrow. Hi Pauline, hi. Yes, I am very busy. Yes, I'm trying to clear stuff out and I'm a little bit panicked about the amount of stuff I still need to do. So anywho, let's actually crack on with the demo. So as it's nice and quick, we're going to do a Fairy Hugs demo because I can do that without really thinking, which is quite nice. So we're going to be using Inga's Morning Glory. Now, Morning Glory for us, I think, in the UK is, it's not one of our favourite plants, is it? Because it tends to be a bit of a weed, and the long tap roots get absolutely everywhere, which, you know, drive us all mad. So the planning, I mean, it's still a pretty flower, so forget about the fact that it's called Morning Glory. It's a really pretty flower, and Inga herself is a really good sized, you can see, fairy, and she's got beautiful clothes on, so I thought we'd use that. So the idea, I think, is to have it so that we're going to have just a border of the flowers up there. We might have a little bit at the top, but we're going to have a border, and Inga's going to be coming in here. I think we'll ground it just a wee bit, so we've got something to look at the base. In fact, let's use a bit of Enchanted Mariner, if I can find it. It is Distress ink. So I like to stamp on top of Distress ink, not on top of oxides. So we're just going to put a little bit of ground in, just so we're not floating in midair. You can see this is well used, this torn piece of watercolour card. So there's a bit of ground, lovely rich colour. And then we'll have, I think we'll have it lighter, and we'll switch that around a little bit and have a different bit coming at the top, just to give a bit of perspective like it looks in the distance. Okay, so that's there like so, right in that pile. Right. It's good that it's working on both systems, isn't it? Don't know what Phil was saying, that he couldn't do both. Let's see if there's any comments on there. Hi Alison. Alison's over on YouTube, so that's good. Don't forget that all the videos that we do, I mean, except for 3 that I couldn't upload from Facebook, but let's not dwell on that. They all go onto YouTube, so they're all there in a library, and there's playlists, so you can actually, you know, if you want to do something with Sentimentally Yours, you can look at the Sentimentally Yours playlist. Don't need 2 of these papers in here. Let's get rid of some of these. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so they're a library, so you can pause them and you can do whatever you want to. So that Uncharted Mariner looks really nice with that background. This background is from the Tanglewhisper Paper Pad from Fairy Hugs, which is double-sided, 6x6. There's 24 designs and 2 sheets of each, because obviously they're double-sided. Let's see how far off we've got to go here. Which way I want to do it that way. So we're just having these tendrils coming down to the ground there. Let's have some more magnets, because you know I like my magnets. And I think, let's stamp this in, because Morning Glories are, it's a white flower, isn't it? But obviously we're not going to do it white. Let's do it in, in fact, no, let's do it in Paradise. Decisions, decisions, decisions. So this is Paradise versus Fine Claire. Yeah. David's saying the disadvantage of watching on TV is you can't see the comments. Sometimes that's a good thing though, isn't it? Nice juicy ink pads. Very good press. And don't forget that everything's available on my website for shipping to UK addresses. There are a couple of the flower fairies that I'm actually out of stock of at the moment, which is Gianna's Water Lily and also Carol's Iris, but I am placing an order on Monday because there's some new products coming out. And oh, that's rather lovely, isn't it? So they're coming in middle of next week into the States. So by the end of next week, hopefully by Friday, I will have a stock of everything. And that also includes the Sprinkle Kindness sentiment that I'm currently out of stock of. Let's look at some acetate. So, because I've got ink on here, and I want to take this lovely Morning Glory. Let's pop it on the acetate first and then decide where I want it. It's always better if your acetate's not dirty like mine. Let's have it about there, which means I've got to move down a little bit again. And we'll have it there like that. Acetate's too wide. Move it again. This is why you put it on acetate, because see that blue there? I want to make sure the corner's got something in it as well. Pick it up. You can get rid of the acetate. Put some more magnets in, because you know I like my magnets. I think that moved. Let's have a look. Oh no, that's okay. I'm back in with the Paradise again. You will find the VersaFine Clear all stain your stamps, but it's not going to damage them at all. You can get some of the ink off, I mean some colours do stain, but you can get some of the ink off by just running the stamp under some water and with a little nail brush as well. That'll fetch it off. Actually, I think I like just those there like that. I'm not sure I want to bring in another one. Let's have a look at the acetate here. Unless we want to bring in, it might be nice because it's like an arbor, isn't it, if you bring a little bit around the top. So let's just do that. So we won't need our acetate again. The benefit, of course, of stamping with a coloured ink is you don't need to worry about colouring it in. You don't need to worry about colouring them in anyway, to be honest. So let's have a look. Let's have it so that it's going to come in. Do I want it that way though? I think I might. Let's have it that way so there is not much at the top, but it's just coming in like an arbor. I'll pick that up and then put my 97 million magnets back. Okay, Paradise. We're only doing the bottom bit. You much prefer, yeah, I understand that you prefer Facebook die, but I do have that issue where if I only do it on Facebook, then I can't always upload it because Facebook thinks that I'm playing some music in the background, which I'm not. Thing with YouTube, I think it's easier to find all the videos on YouTube because you've got the playlist. And I did discover actually that the live chat comments are actually still there when I looked at a video. So I think it depends on whether you've got the live chat open or not. I don't know. Anyway, so there's our background already, like so. It's rather lovely on the Tanglewhisper background paper. Let's see if anybody's sent anything over on Christine on Facebook is saying, am I a closet techie as well as an excellent crafter? Well, I don't know about an excellent crafter. Great people can watch on both media. Actually, well, I've had a bit of, I suppose suppose actually Switcher, which is what I'm using, is actually quite easy to use, I must admit. Nathan's helped me a tiny bit. Phil has helped me a little bit as well with some questions that I had. Yeah, it is quite easy. So and Alison's saying that over on Facebook is saying that the sprinkle kindness is one of her most favourite sentiments. Yeah, I actually thought this one would sell the quickest actually, but sprinkle kindness went the quickest. This I can't read that at the moment because it was not on properly. This is the incredible sentiment that says, if you could see yourself through my eyes, you would know how incredible you truly are. So that is going to go here, I think. Let's just check that that's straight because it bugs me when they're not straight. And then I think Inga, our fairy from the Flower Fairy set, Inga's Morning Glory, she's going to be coming up here, but I'm not going to stamp her at the same time. I could do, but I'm just going to get that sentiment on, because sometimes, you know, I don't leave enough space for the sentiment, which is why I'm doing the sentiment first. It's something I always do, not always, but mostly do. So we're going to do this in Nocturne Versifying Claire the Black. So for those of you who joined, remember there is a 20% discount on the clearance items in the clearance section on my website, and you just need to enter the code CLEAR20 in the discount code box at checkout where you pay. I do like those boxes. Phil likes those boxes too. It's handy because you can't always write things down, can you, quick enough or whatever. Right, so that's my incredible sentiments. And remember, in the clearance section, once they've gone, they've gone. I won't be restocking those. And then we're getting Inga. So Inga is going to be coming up just under there, I think. Got quite an empty space there. What are we going to do with that? Ooh, I might have an idea. I might have to have a rummage in a second. Let's bring Inga in there. I did have a rummage earlier on, and I did get some extra stamps out, but I think I'm going to have more of a rummage in a sec. It's fortunate that I have nearly all of the Fairy Hug stamps, so I think, oh, that'll go there. Yes, YouTube is a little bit behind Facebook, Judy. David's saying that I need to sort of fill out and get Phil trained and get Nathan to sort him out. To be fair, Nathan didn't help that much. But on what I've done, I know Phil scheduled his live. I've just gone live, so scheduling might be a bit different. But it seemed to be quite straightforward. Okay, there's Inga. She's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love, so you can, let me hold it up so you can see. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Can you see the little dots on the top that she's wearing? I think that is a testament to how good these stamps are. The detail that Fairy Hugs get into these stamps is absolutely tremendous. And remember, they're photopolymer stamps, they're not acrylic. They're going to last you a long time. I'm still using my stamps from 2 years ago. Well, almost 2 years ago, because it was October when we did the first show with Fairy Hugs. So now I'm going to have a bit of a rummage. Let me have a look. What size are they? Trying to think about what size I need in my boxes. Crash bang wallop in a minute. Is it that size? No, it's not that size. It's this side. Going in the right box in the first place. We could do that actually. I wonder if we could do that. I'm wondering if... See, what we could do is we could go mixed media and we could bring in... Yeah, let's do that. That saves having to get the box out. So we could go a bit mixed media-y, and we can bring a dye in, and so we could have a dye. We have to think about the sentiment though, so we might have to snip it down a little bit, but we can have that sitting on the edge. I quite like that. What do you think? She does look like she's swimming to the surface, Judy. Yes, she does. Yeah, so yeah. I like that. We're going to have that. Using my bits. So here on the ground, what we could do is we could have a little bit of foliage. So I've got, in fact, let's come out of this. No, let's not actually. Oh, dither. I want to use some condo dwellers. So we're going to have some of these flitting around. So we've got condo dwellers 1, which has got 5 on it, and we've also got condo dwellers 2, which have got 2 on it. We've also got ballerina dwellers, and there's another one as well, which the name escapes me at the moment. So we could have, let's see, what's she doing? What's she like? She's coming into land there, maybe. Dither. Where do I want them? I know I want them. It's a case of where do I want them. We could have one coming off that tendril there. If she's not touching it, it doesn't matter. She's a fairy. She can fly. That's not a problem. And we could have... That one needs a bit more sticky. If you lose your sticky on your stamps, all you need to do is give them a bit of a wash. Let's have her there. And I think what we might have is we might have one down below somewhere. I think she's too close to her. What have we got here? No, don't want her there. Dither. This is what takes the time, faffing around. Oh, we could have one down there, maybe. Right, well, I don't want to put that one there yet because I want to put some grass and stuff in. Right, let's just do those 2 for now. No, it's all right, Di. Don't worry. It will be on Facebook, Di. So you'll be able to, not Facebook, YouTube. So you'll be able to watch it at any time you like, any time at all. Now that's the blue. That is not black. Let's go for black. I'm so pleased I'm on my stamping platform and I'm such a heavy-handed stamper because I could tell that was the wrong one. I'll stretch that out in a second. So that's going to go there and that's going to go there. Little... Oh! Can you see what I've done there? That one's upside down. Oops. That didn't make me cough. That's hilarious. Oh dear, what am I like? Right, let's leave it in there for now. Where's my grass? Or my whimsical flower cluster that I want. I've not done that before, an upside down fairy. Let's right, whimsical flower for cluster. Let's have this. Let's have some clusters going down below, and let's swap to another one of the blues. I want warm blues, really. Yeah. Or we could go for Purple Delight. That might work nicely. Let's go for Purple Delight because we've got kind of purples and pinks in the background, so let's do that. I'm just leaving it in my platform because then I've got the cushion underneath. Do I want to go second generation? No, because I've gone off the page a bit and I might not line it up properly. Just gives us a little bit of interest going down below. I can't believe I've done that. Oh dear, oh dear. What is it? What am I like? Let's have another little tiny bit just here as well on the edge. It's nice to just finish off with some ground. Okay, I'll put that one in a minute. Let's move that out of the way so I don't stamp with that when I want to use black. So let's see. So this is going to come in here like so. No, it's not. It's going to go higher up because it's going to go on that ground there like that. I am thinking I do want another fairy, hopefully one that's facing the right direction. Down here or something. Just they could be coming in to meet her, I suppose. And then we could have one that's just stood up. That could be stood on the end of that there. Let's put some of my 97 million magnets back because I'm not in the corner. Stamp those and then we'll get our, and then we'll finish off. Black. Yes, black. My fingers are all over the place. I do need to clean them. Yeah, so just run them under a tap and then they'll stick properly. Hopefully these won't come off. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. Not happy with that at all. I will leave it though, because it can be one of those, it's like a Where's Wally moment, isn't it? Spot the mistake. Oh, magnets. Right, so it is jarring a little bit, the colour of this though, because I don't really like the colour. So I think what we'll do is we will go again to, in fact, let's go for a bit of oxide instead. I should have here, probably at the bottom of the pile. Where's my prize ribbon? Honestly, I drive myself nuts, absolutely nuts. It's in the wrong place, that's why. Let's give ourselves a bit of a blue tinge to this because obviously this is green. It's very green. Just changes it a little bit to make it not so in your face green. And that blends in better. Sorry about my throat. I think it's going to be here for a few months, not weeks. Stick a butterfly over her. butterfly cut out at the moment, but you might before you actually, you know, see it finished proper, you might see something else going on there. Because I could bring in a moon or something. So I've got this moon stamp. So she could have kind of moon dust coming from her as well. No, that won't fit. I will figure something out because it's going to bug me having a nosediving fairy. Only in a live demo, huh? Only in a live demo. See, it happens to everybody, doesn't it? So this is just Sentiment of Yours PVA. I don't know why I'm doing the very edges because I know that I've got to nip some off. Having said that, sometimes it is nice to see your die coming off of the page. So we'll have a look and we'll figure out what we want to do with it. This is the Forest Vines die. All Fairy Hugs products are available on my website. If they're not in stock, all you need to do is click on the email when available button, and as soon as I get some back in stock, then you'll get notified. So that's going to go there. Make sure my sentiment is still all readable. Like so. Then, I mean, we'll colour in the fairy wings in a minute. So if we want to have it coming off the page, we can do. I think I'm going to snip it actually. But we're going to wait until we've coloured in before we snip it so that that glue's nice and stuck. So very quickly, I'm going to take some watercolour blending brush pens and we're going to keep in the same sort of tones. Although we could bring some pink in because that's going to blend in nicely. See if anybody's asking me anything on YouTube. We've got little excuses as to why she's doing a nosedive here. So the Tanglewhisper papers, and all the papers actually, do take colour really well. So let's see what pink we're dealing with here. Pink card. It's a bit too light. So that one. You know, that one will probably do quite nicely. So all we're going to do is just use the watercolour blending brush pens to add a little bit of detail to the fairy wings. I tend to go for 2 or 3 colours. I think it's about to rain here, so it's gone quite dark. The beauty of these is that wonderful fine tip. Just be careful that you're not smudging anything. So let's get a piece of kitchen roll, because obviously that ink, that VersaFine Clair, takes a while to dry, and these are they're not, I call them semi-coated because they're quite smooth, the card, but they're not super absorbent. So it does mean that a lot of the time when you actually stamp your Fairy Hug stamps, you don't need to stamp a second time, which is just really wonderful. I'm not too worried if I go outside the line because the next colour I use will be darker. I think that's enough of that pink. Obviously you can make them symmetrical if you want to, but you know, that's a job and a half sometimes. Let's go for this really light blue, which I really love this blue. See if we can try and get that without going outside the lines. So just adding a little bit of colour to her wings just lifts her a little bit. It's not, I'm not doing shading and all that stuff. What else have we got? Let's go in that bit there, and there, like so. And then we're bringing our final colour as well. In fact, let's just add a little bit of, we've got these little areas that we can colour in down here as well. Seeing as you're colouring in your wings, sometimes it's nice to add a little bit of colour to these. Let's go back to that sort of corally colour that I used. If I can find it. I think it's that one. Yeah, I think it is. And we'll do this flower in her hair, and we'll do actually all the wings of the little condo dwellers as well in the same way. Not going to bother faffing with different colours on them. They're quite nice if you add glossy accents to them, and your Sakura glaze pens as well, and your Stardust pens. I'll even add a little bit of colour up here to the nosediving one, so you can definitely see that she's nosediving. Oh dear, what is that like? And let's bring in, oh no, I need that corally colour again. So let's do this on her skirt. So it's up to you how much you colour in. Sometimes nice to have a little pop of colour, but it is completely optional. You don't have to do any colouring in if you don't want to. So hand. Okay, that'll do. We need another colour in her wings. What will that be? A purple, I think. I'll go for that one. Just to bring in the colours in the background. Okay, so that's her wings, all done. And then just for her hair, I tend to do the hair in like a blonde colour, so a bit of a yellow. Unless I've used loads of yellow on her wings, and then I tend to use a brown. Because you might as well do a bit of her hair as well. You can see I've sorted all mine into colour order now. I've got in such a mess anyway. Obviously we could add a little bit of colour to the edges of the Morning Glory as well if we wanted to, but I'm not going to. Let's just trim down this die cut now. Just to the back. So if you wait for the glue to dry, then it's not going to move when you cut it down. Okay. That's a bit neater. And we're just going to edge this with a bit of prize ribbon. Just to give it a bit of a border. And I'll have a look around afterwards and see what I can find to cover up that nosediving fairy. If it's still nosediving when I actually publish the video, well, update the video thumbnail, then you'll know I haven't found anything. I have got a really an idea in my head for Rosalie's Rose as well, so I'll do that at some point. There's loads and loads of videos that you can find, like I say, on the channel under the playlists, both of Fairy Hugs, there's Indigo Blue on there, there's a bit of Memory Box, there's Studio Light, there's all sorts on there. So as soon as you pop it onto black card, it has a bit of a pop. Just reading some comments. So that's going to go onto a card there like that. And just do that flat. Oh, can't glue it down with water, Julia. Again with Sentiment Yours PVA. Make sure it opens properly. And pop it on there. Like so. It's a very much an impromptu video. Wasn't sure where it was going. A dirty mark there, which is bugging me. But I think that's turned out okay. We will just ignore that nosediving fairy. But I hope you've enjoyed that. It's just an impromptu video because, you know, I wanted to test the technology. We know the technology works. So tomorrow, like I say, at 11 o'clock Sunday morning, there will be a live on both YouTube and Facebook with loads and loads and loads and loads of products. So grab yourself a cuppa tomorrow. And just as a reminder, don't forget there is the clearance offer on my website for 20% off everything in that sales section. The Fairy Hugs stamps aren't in there, but you will find them on my website under the Fairy Hugs section, and they're all in stock. And if anything's not in stock, just click on the email when available button, and it will probably be back in stock at the end of next week, if not early the following week. Thank you so much for watching me, and enjoy the rest of the weekend, and hopefully I'll see some